Welcome to the Holy Yogi, where we help you find the guru inside of you. Hello, beautiful. Hello, handsome. How you doing today? And if no one has told you today that they love you, I love you. Let me be the first. Because love is the greatest medicine of them all. And love makes the world go round and round and round. And love is a product of what God is. God is love. Love is God. And love, finally, always wins. I want you to keep that at the forefront of your mind. No matter what's going on in your life, remember, in the end, love always wins. So get excited. There is a happy ending. So before I begin our wonderful message for today, and I got a juicy one for you today, I want you to like, I want you to comment, I want you to subscribe, I want you to hit the ding, 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 notification button. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am on my second day of the dry, hard fast that we're doing for spiritual enlightenment reasons. And I've got a message for that too that I'm going to try to do today also. But I had to stop, pass go, and collect $200 to share with you some phenomenal spiritual information in regards to Jordan Peele's Us movie review, explained from a spiritual perspective. And it is an absolute doozy. Thumbs up to Jordan Peele. He really hit the head on the mark. And so let's break it down and let's explain it to you what the real lowdown, with the underlying message in that movie is all about. Listen, listen, listen. Okay, cool. So, now, wait a minute, spoiler alert. Do not watch this if you have not seen the movie yet, okay? Because where your consciousness is what you're going to get out of the movie. For example, in the movie The Matrix, a lot of people focused on, depending on where their conscious was, they focused on the F of X, you know, the sci-fi, him freezing up in the air. That was really cool because that was Wave Nouveau and that had never been done before. And they were focusing on those cool, you know, suits that they were wearing, the black and the sunglasses and everything. They were like, oh, that is really cool and hip and funky and the like. And then they were focusing on the violence. Sad to say, you know, kids going to the movie theater, the trench coat, being cool, walking in the door and killing everybody in a matter of minutes and seconds. You know, so people who were of the low vibrational frequency were seeing the violence and the alcohol. And remember when he was cutting that steak and the blood was bleeding through the snake, and he was saying, I want to forget. And so the people that were not conscious saw the drama of it, saw the excitement of a good, you know, action movie, sci-fi, you know, action movie, etc. But the people that were spiritual saw the truth about the Matrix. And the people who were unaware and unconscious was in a world of reality, was really an illusion, that you got to find the answers outside of yourself. Okay? And so in doing so, the spiritual people got it. They knew that Neo, spelled N-E-O, but spelled O-N-E, was the one. And when Neo realized that he was the one and he was God, he was able to stop the bullets. He was able to defend himself. And he was able to save the world from evil. Yes. That's if you were spiritually enlightened. So, you could go see the movie and you'll get two things out of it. And everything that I see, I always take out the spiritual significance of it. So that's what we're going to talk about, Jordan Peele's horror movie, Us, and what the spiritual message of that movie was all about. Okay, so first, I'm going to talk about Jeremiah 11:11. Now, we all know about 11:11 on a spiritual context. What that means as far as Jesus, Buddha, and Kuan Yin was that you are the master of yourself. Serendipitous forces are going to come into play to remind you that you are the one. You at a place of complete self-mastery. You are the place of complete divinity. You are the angelic appearance of good, light, love, peace, happiness right here on earth. Like yesterday, the first day of spring, I got 11:11 on the first day of my spiritual fast. And the universe was telling me, you are in enlightenment with the actuality of what you're supposed to be experiencing. And I break that down at another time, but that's the 11:11 that you know about. Jeremiah 11:11 says this in the Bible, and I'm paraphrasing it, so don't quote me. You start believer in the Bible. I'm paraphrasing what Jeremiah 11 said. Look, God has said to them that you did not listen to me. You did not follow my orders that I gave you way back in Africa during Egypt. It's Egypt, Africa. He said Egypt, but it's Egypt, Africa from the very beginning of what I told you to do as far as being righteous. And because you did not do the right thing by being good, honest, trustworthy, giving, compassionate, harmony, balance, reciprocity, peace, love, joy. Now you will suffer the consequence and ramifications of not listening to me, and evil is your existence. So, that's first thing. Then the second thing in the movie, because that's what they come in Jeremiah 11. She kept seeing that. She kept on being reminded of the serendipitous nature of what was going on. And then, when she was a little girl, she walked off, not listening to her parents, and she went into I'm not gonna say haunted house, but like a carnival. You know, the room with mirrors. Remember when we used to go in there, you get the mirrors and things like that, like a maze, and you would come in and out. You know, the carnivals that we used to go to when we were little. And so as she went there, she turned around and she bumped into the mirror of herself. Now remember Michael Jackson's song, and guess what? In the movie, she had on the shirt Michael Jackson, Thriller. Remember in Thriller, it was the zombies and everything. But also remember, Hands Across America was a nonprofit organization that was created so that people would make a contribution to get rid of hunger in Africa and homelessness in the US of A. And Michael Jackson was the one that got everybody together in the studio to record We Are the World to financially support Hands Across America's organization to bring hunger to a stop in Africa and also to bring homelessness in America. That's why you see Michael Jackson in the movie. Nobody caught that. Ironic how his reputation is being nullified, but people don't speak about the millions of people's lives that he saved as far as AIDS is concerned, and also about us bringing attention to Africa and saving the lives of millions of people. Okay? Keep that in proper perspective. All right? So, now, we're at the point where, as remember the man in the mirror, I'm asking him to change his way. Okay? Because when we're always complaining about what's going on in the world, the reality of the situation is the world is what going on with the side of us. Here's that word, us. Again, we are the us. Okay? As she was going into that maze, into that carnival maze house, mirror house, it said Find yourself. She goes into the mirror house, and you know how we see the reflection of ourselves in the mirror? Just a masterpiece of metaphysics. She saw a reflection of herself in the mirror. And lo and behold, once again, looks can be deceiving. Okay. Are you going to be your good self, or are you going to be your bad self? Are you going to be the angel? That's the choice. Or are you going to be the devil? We all have those attributes within inside of ourselves. They always say the angel's sitting on our left shoulder or right shoulder, and the devil's sitting on our left shoulder. And we struggle with the choice of using the good or the bad within us on a daily basis. It's all about the choice of which vibrational frequency is going to rise up high and is going to win. So now let's get to the main question that people really want to know about, and that is at the very end of the movie, which I got the fact that the good girl was the one that was thought to be the evil one. And the one that they thought was the good one was the evil one. And that is what it's all about. And as her son turned and he kept looking at her, and then she went back into memory, was the fact that the one that had survived was the one that was truly the good one. Okay, I'm going to say that again because a lot of you guys are going to miss it. And that is the people who were down in the hole were the good ones. Remember, she went down the escalator. And what they were trying to do all across the world was hold their hands together. They finally was trying to make a commitment to that. And the moral of the story was that what you did to Africa, what you did to African Americans, is why you are where you are at right now. You never tried to right your wrongs of what you did to the Africans. Even when you came over to America, and even when you had an opportunity to resurrect yourself, as far as giving back and giving hold. And once again, evil reared its ugly head because they raised $34 million. But in order to cover the financing and funding, and people were fighting in other states because it wasn't being represented in some states, etc. They didn't want it to be done in New Hampshire or New England states and some of the southern states. Everybody was trying to get on board. It became a political thing. It became an economical thing. People started robbing and cheating and stealing from it. They raised $34 million, but only $20 million so-called went to Africa. $14 million went to the organization that put this whole thing together to make it happen. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, once again, It is all about us focusing on that love always wins. Love always wins. Heaven is right here on earth. And those that have been forgotten are going to go full circle to come back and resurrect ourselves. A lot of people thought in that movie that even in the end that she was the bad guy, but she was actually the good guy because she chose to self-actualize herself into the angel that she was ordained to be. The truth